I am recording it now. Hey everyone, I did want to mention we're going to be putting this on YouTube. We've got the return of the Mac. Dameiko Mac is here with us. I had to play some Mark Morrison when I introduced him to the group. If you don't already know Gerri, Luke owns 7 doors. He's a buy and hold investor. And Dameiko, Luke, Gerri, Dameiko. I think we got it. And then I got my man, smart man, architect, appraiser, architect and real estate investor, DC Metro Market, none other than Kenny Ken, or I like to call him the 20 twin, because I don't know, I'm just silly today. Today I'm silly. And then of course Kelly Gilliam. She's my right hand, making sure that we get all the information out to the group that we can, as quickly as we can, and we're powerful together right now. And so just over the next few days, Kelly, say hi to Gerri, and I think you know Luke.
Yes, hello, nice to meet you.
Hi Kelly, how are you?
Good.
So over the next few days, next few weeks, you're going to be reaching out to strangers. Over the next few days, next few weeks, I'm going to continue to show you exactly what to do and how to talk to those people. Once you get good at that, then I'm going to spoon feed you some better stuff. You know what I mean? Right now, we've got 104,000 addresses in our queue that we haven't started marketing to yet. Okay. So ideally, I want to do Baltimore. If you want to do something in Virginia or Pennsylvania or the Outer Banks or whatever, you're going to learn those steps and you can do it. I'm just telling you right now, with just the buyers that we have, there are at least 20 who want to purchase 5 to 10 or more properties a month. So let's just get us each doing a deal a week. Everybody's going to be happy. And then we start giving you the Glenn Ross leads. Now, you probably have never seen that movie, but you might want to check it out with Alec Baldwin. It's called Glenn Ross, and it's a movie about sales. So it's Glenn, and I think it's Garry, and then Glenn, Ross. And Alec Baldwin has this scene in the movie where he does cuss a little bit, but he's talking about coffee is for closers. And one of these old guys was pouring some coffee, and he's like, put that down, coffee's for closers. Because this guy hadn't closed the deal in a minute. And then, so anyway, it's a great sales movie. Another good one is Boiler Room. That's got Ben Affleck in it, and Giovanni Ribisi. We got the Green Empire has rolled into the building. Raymond, how are you?
I can't talk, but
cool. All right, you just buzz out. We know that you're here and that you're loved. Okay, mad love, brother. So we've got Gerri, me, Luke, Dameiko, Ray. Dameiko is in Vegas. Gerri, you're in Virginia, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then Kelly's in Pittsburgh. I think Ray's in Philly, and Kenny's in the DC metro area. And Luke, where you're in Frederick?
Brunswick.
Brunswick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying that. Yeah, I love it
you're
out
good.
there.
You're good.
Yeah, I used to do some work with Brunswick High School. I used to do fundraising years ago. So anyway, cool. We are all here. I am going to either pick a volunteer, or you're going to volunteer yourself. But if you have the 5 questions in front of you, I'm going to pull them up. But that's the goal here. The goal here is for me to be the seller and for you to ask the 5 questions. Are you familiar with what 5 questions I'm referring to?
I'm not, Tom. Where do I get those questions?
That's fine. I'm gonna screen share in just a second. and then you will be able to have them. I thought I emailed them to everybody. I know I emailed the replay. Did everybody get that when I sent the replay video the other night?
I got the replay.
Okay. All right. Here it is. Where is it? Why does it always disappear on me? Here we go. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm looking for that. Where is it? Okay, Kelly, I'm looking for the flyer again, and it's slipped down. Anyway, the 5 questions are what we went over last week in the group, or the last meeting on Monday. And I'm pulling it up now, and I'm going to go ahead and screen share it now.
I just posted it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, I found it. It just took me a minute. And here we go. Hey, Nas. And so here we go. So for sale by owner, you should be able to see that screen. This document has been posted multiple times, and we can email it to you as well. But what it says here is text script. So we are sending a text message. So let's say we find a for sale by owner on 123 Elm Street in 21213. Then we look up the tax record in Maryland, which I had mentioned before. You just go to SDAT, State Department of Assessment and Taxation. That will give you all of the tax records for the state of Maryland. SDAT. All you have to do is Google those 4 letters. And then when that comes up, you go to 123 Elm Street, look up the seller. In this example, it's Mr. Billis. It's kind of hard to see here, but you can see it in the Facebook group. And like I said, it's been posted in the group a couple, 3 times. This is hugely important. If you do what's on this sheet and you follow what's on the sheet and what we talk about tonight and going forward, you're going to start getting fresh seller leads sometime in the next few days or weeks. So the first is, Mr. Billis, I found your property at 123 Elm Street on Zillow. When will you have time for me to ask you a few questions? So that's the text message you say to the person who owns the house. Well, invariably, they're going to say, I can talk now, or I can talk later, or it's sold, or, no longer available, or it's under contract. Any number of those things, that's what they're going to say. If they say they're available and you want to get on the phone with them right away, the call script is simple. And it says it right here, my partner and I are looking for properties in your neighborhood. I have a few questions. As you had mentioned already, you're not going to necessarily have to say that again. You could just say, my partner and I are looking for properties in your area. Can you tell me a little bit about the house? Does it need any repairs? Have you done any recent updates? So you just want to kind of get them familiar with the conversation, and you want them talking and sharing as much information as they can. And then that opening question should last a good 5 to 10 minutes possibly, because they want to paint the picture with you. And as they're starting to tell you about the house, where it makes sense, I'll squeeze something in along the lines of, well, Gerri, thank you for sharing that information. Why did you decide to sell the house now? And then you're downsizing, you're moving to another state, whatever the situation may be.
Mhm.
And then they give you the answer, and you're going back. One of the things I always try and do with any new conversation, I want to find out who they are and what they do. I normally like to find out a little bit about their job. Now, you have probably heard of the acronym FORD before, which is in sales, it's family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Okay. Or as my buddy calls it, warm with form. form is family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. So once we know a little bit about their family, their job, you know, a little bit about them and their lifestyle, then we can figure out what their motivation is. So it's imperative that you get these questions answered to try and determine some of that motivation.
What's the R in form?
Recreation. What do they do for fun? You know, you could be talking in the conversation and say, you know, hey, you know, you got any good vacations coming up? It's, you know, summer's right around the corner. Because the goal is to get them comfortable with you, and it's just two people talking about a house. And then we come down to this is really my favorite and most important question, because you know that they're trying to get $100,000 for it, and it says it on Zillow, but the next question is a qualifying question to determine flexibility and motivation. And the next question is, hey, Luke, what are you trying to get for it? And then some people say, well, I have it on Zillow at 100. And I'm like, I know you have it on 100. Everybody's, you know, normally asks a little bit more than they. And so I just want to kind of get a feel in that moment of what he wants for the property. Okay. And then we will transition into, have you had any offers on the house yet? Have you had any offers on the property yet? I never say home. I never say your home. I always say house or property, because psychologically, I want them to detach from any emotional connection to the building. So we always say house or property. And yes, I've had a couple of offers. Why haven't you taken them? You know, what was your best offer by so far? And sometimes they'll tell you, sometimes they won't. They want to play it close to the vest. And then the last question, this is this is why it's so easy. The fifth question is simply, when can my partner and I get on the phone with you to go over some of these things? Or when can my partner Tom and I follow up with you? I know he's going to have a few more questions. Okay. So what I'm saying here is, if you're opening doors and you get the questions answered, and you have determined it seems like they're flexible or motivated, that's when you hit me with an email, you type the property information, the address in the subject line, and then you give me the answers to these questions. And then we'll set up that call with the owner to see if we can't make time to get out there, get pictures, get video, get the contract signed, and move forward. So all I'm asking every one of you to do is, in the short term, get your feet wet in the process until I'm handing you qualified leads. Okay. The people we're reaching out with these leads are already selling, and they should have some level of motivation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions? Let me I'm gonna stop this here. Okay, Erica G in the house. Yes, girl. What's up? Hey, Gerri, Erica, Gerri, Naz, Erica, Dameiko, Erica,
Hi.
and we got everybody. We got just about everybody here. Where's and oh, and then my wife's in the other room. Ah, thank you for your presence. Appreciate it. So I want to role play, and Mr. Dwight is not here. So I want to know if anyone wants to kind of try to go through the 5 questions with me. Who would like to do that?
Erica does. She has her hand
Erica,
up.
Erica G. All right. All right. Well, you know, Erica and I had a nice conversation earlier today. Gosh, my shoot. My days are running together. That's what happens when you only get 4 hours of sleep a night. So anyway, you have the 5 questions. I'm going to be an easy seller. Okay. And if you want, we can also rewind it and back it up, and I can be a little difficult seller. So right
need it
now,
right
I'm gonna-
now.
I'm going to be easy right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. You're going to say ring, and I'm going to say hello. Let's just call it 123 Elm Street. You already looked me up. You know, I'm Mr. Tom or
Okay.
Mr. Black or Mr. Black, however you want to do. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and say ring.
Gee, I have a friend, but he'll be good.
Okay.
Okay. Ring.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Black. I found your property on Zillow. When will you have a few moments to talk to me to answer some questions?
Oh, I'm good now. It sounds like you got a friend with you there today.
Yeah.
Sounds like an adorable human being.
Yeah, my little buddy Lorenzo.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, tell
partner-
me what's going on. What can I do?
Oh, okay. So yeah, thanks for speaking with me. My partner and I are looking at some properties in your neighborhood, and I just had a few questions.
Okay,
Can you
go ahead.
Can you tell me about the house?
Well, I will tell you that I bought it about 10 years ago. I was going to start rehabbing houses, and then my wife left me for the mailman,
Oh,
and
my.
so I never got back to the project. And I don't understand why, because he just had this ugly beat up Jeep that doesn't have any
Oh.
AC in it. But
It's
so it's just been sitting there. It's just been sitting there, and I know it needs work. So yeah, it probably needs a fair amount of work, Erica, to be honest.
okay. Thank you for being honest. So you probably haven't had any recent updates done, right? Or have you?
No, I've been trying to lick my wounds because, gosh, I'm making a little bit of money and a little bit of coin in this real estate thing, and a mailman done stole her away. So,
Oh.
that's just not right. But go ahead.
So is that why you decided to sell it now? You're just ready to move on?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I met someone about 20 years my junior, and I think it's going to be a better fit.
I like that. Okay. So have you had any other offers just yet?
No. I've been getting a lot of mail, but no one's come at me like you. Everybody else is always trying to, get right to the bottom line, and it sounds like you're a good person.
Oh, I like that. So what were you trying to get for it? What you trying to get for that property?
Well, I know I paid about 30 for it in 2010. And
Okay.
I know the neighborhood might have gone up a little bit, but I gotta get at least what I put into it. I gotta get at least
Okay.
30, 35.
I get that. I get that. Everybody wants to make a coin. All right. So when can my partner and I follow up with you? I know my partner's going to have a few more questions. So what's a good time for you?
Well, I could either do it a little later this evening or tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know what all we need to go over, but I'll make myself available.
All right. I appreciate that. All right. How about later this evening? I think he's
Okay.
available.
Yeah. Why don't we do it in about a half an hour if he's available, or we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. Do you have any other properties that you're looking to sell?
Actually, I do have one, but she never knew about it. All right.
Oh, I like that. Tell me about.
Well, she's already gone now. We're already divorced, so she don't need to know. All right. She never owned it with
Okay.
me. She never owned it with me. Okay. But yeah, I got one other one. I call it my playhouse. But
Ooh,
it's
so
time for me.
my
It's time for me to grow up and get rid of it.
Oh, I can dig that. I can dig that. I get it. Well, I thank you so much for speaking with me this evening. Excuse me, this morning, Mr. Black. I'll talk to you this evening, right?
Okay. Yeah. Let me see what information I can get together for you. Were you all thinking you'd want to come out and take a look?
Maybe this weekend. Does that work for you?
Okay. Yeah. I think we can work something out along those lines. So yeah, just hit me back and I'll answer whatever questions, and then we'll figure out the rest.
Cool. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. And thank Lorenzo too. I appreciate his
I
help.
will do my best not to throw him out the window. I'll do my best.
No.
You know.
We gotta love our babies. Come on now. So anyway, I see that Rock is with us. Rock's in Florida. And so it's like we got a lot of representation here. We got DC Metro, Philadelphia, Florida, Vegas, Pittsburgh, Frederick, Maryland. Yeah, we got everybody. Manassas. So that was just Erica just going through the 5 questions really quickly that we want to ask. Hey, are there any repairs or updates? Why are you selling it right now? What's the next one? The next one is
What are you
what are you
trying to get?
trying to get for it? Do you have any offers? Can you talk to my partner? Okay. So when we're talking to a stranger, what I'm asking you to do is go through the 5 questions. And then when you've determined it seems like we might have something here, could be a flexible or motivated seller, then you set up that call with me. And then the way I've envisioned doing this with each of you is I'm going to take the lead and you're going to hear me a couple, 3 times. And then you're going to take the lead and I'm going to hear you a couple, 3 times. And then I'm taking off your training wheels. Okay. And then you're going to be reaching out to folks and we're going to be handing you leads by that time, once you're ready. And that's where I'm doing is I'm trying to get everybody up to that. And Gerri, do you see how easy Erica made it sound?
Mhm.
Okay.
Very-
And just, I just want you to be comfortable because we're just people and we're trying to help them. That's the ultimate goal is we're trying to help them. I need some sunshine. Is it me? I look like Casper on this friggin' thing. Good gosh, I'm white today. Oh my. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get some spray tan or something. I gotta do something. Yeah. So is there anyone else that would like to role play the 5 questions with me? Much the way Erica did it, but do it in your own way and just knock those questions out without sounding like you're interviewing me, and I will play the easy seller. Anyone? Don't make me pick somebody.
I can do it.
Oh, there he goes. Return of the Mac.
There he is.
That's it. Yeah, as soon as you signed up, man, I literally had just listened to Mark Morrison the day before. And I'm like, I'm gonna post this song for my friend who's new to the
It
group.
was my dad's walk-up song too. It's crazy.
What's that?
It was my dad's walk-up song back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
pretty small.
Yeah, that was I don't know, was that was from the 90s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Return of the
definitely,
Mac.
yeah,
Yeah,
like 91 or something,
Mark Morris, his biggest hit, I think.
or maybe 2000. I don't know. It's been a while. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive right in, Dameiko. It's 123 Elm Street. I'm just a regular old guy who's ready to handle the phone call. And so what I want you to say is ring, and then I'll say hello.
All right. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Mr. Bill. I found your property on Zillow. Do you have some time for me to ask a few questions about the property?
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Go ahead. And I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Dameiko Mack. Me and my partner are looking for properties in your neighborhood, and I just had a few questions about it.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead, man. I'm ready. You sound like a good soul. What's your story? Are you you a friendly guy? Because I like friendly people. So go ahead, hit me.
Absolutely. We're just trying to make some money for you, trying to get this house.
Cool.
So can you tell me about the house? Does it need any repairs, or have you done any recent updates on it?
I have changed the hot water heater and the roof, and the kitchen could probably use some updating. Lord knows my wife never spent any time in there. But other than that, yeah, I mean it's got some wear and tear on it, but it's in good shape. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. It does look good in the pictures, so I think it's
Yeah.
a really nice property.
Right.
Now, why did you decide on selling it now?
Well, we've decided that we have what's called irreconcilable differences.
Hmm.
So we're getting a DIVORCE. So that's why I'm not sad. She's not sad. That's the good news.
Well, that's good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
now you just got the property to worry about, right?
Yeah. We're just gonna go straight up 50-50.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. And you know what you're trying to get for it, really?
Well, I just threw it out on Zillow at 100 because I figured someone in this market would overpay me. But I figure with the condition it's in, if I could get 70, 75, I probably feel pretty good about it.
All right. All right. And have you had any offers so far that have met that, or?
No. I keep getting all these low balls from these like wholesalers, rebuy houses guys. They keep trying to give me like 50 grand. And I'm like, who are you people, man? I need someone like legit, like a Mac to give me a call. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. That's why I'm here today. So me and my partner want to follow up with you. We want to take a look at the property, and then we can see if we can make an offer for you. How does that sound?
Wow, that sounds great. It sounds like you guys know what you're doing. So yeah, I definitely want to get something set up. I could probably make something happen this Saturday. So why don't you get back with him? If you need to ask me any more questions, we can do that. And let's just plan to get together and cut it up and see what we can do.
All right, that sounds perfect. I'll give you a call back on Saturday, and my partner will both talk to you and see what we can do for you.
All right, man. I really appreciate your time. I'm getting called by all these clowns who don't know how to talk to an adult, and I appreciate the way you came at me.
All right, of course, man. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Take care.
Thank you.
Anyone want to make any comments? First of all, Dameiko, you did great. Any comments about what we're doing and how we've done these two examples? Does it seem pretty simple that we're just trying to do some basic information gathering until we bring in the closer? That makes sense? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. All right, cool. So that's if we want to do another one, that's fine. I told everyone in the beginning, I'm going to upload this into YouTube for the YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, go to youtube.com/realtor TB for Tom Black. I've been posting my link in there. I just want everyone to join because we're going to be putting these live Zooms on YouTube. We're going to post them in the group as well. And any questions about what we've gone over? Luke, does this all like seem basic, simple, easy
Yes,
peasy?
absolutely.
Okay. Erica, did you feel like a ton more comfortable than when we talked this morning? You said
So-
yes?
Yes. So it's crazy because so after we got off the phone this morning, I was like, look, I just want to just get this experience real quick. So I jumped on Craigslist and I automatically found this lady who was it was an ad for 5 properties on North Milton Street. So I called her. Of course
Okay.
he does. So I called her and she was pretty nice. She was pretty easy to talk to, and it really helped me at that moment. But she was saying that the property has liens on it. So I
Okay.
was like, okay, yeah. So let me talk to my partner about that, and I'll get back
Okay.
to you. So
Okay.
I was wondering, are liens a deal breaker?
Well, here's the deal. So everyone understands what a lien is. A lien could be anything. Yeah, and if you can mute out for me, Erica, it's anything that is on the lien certificate. So when I'm going to get title work in Baltimore, I get what's called a lien certificate. And on that piece of paper, it will say $20,000 mortgage, $2,000 due to taxes, $1,000 due to water bill. And all those have to be paid at closing. Okay. So if they owe $20,000 in liens and we have it under contract with them for $20,000, and we find an end buyer at 30,000, the liens are going to be paid out of the seller's check, and they're going to end up zero out. The buyer pays 30, and then we walk away from the table with 10 grand. So the liens are always paid out of the proceeds. Now, if the liens are more than we can write an offer for, we may have to go another route, but liens are typically just unpaid debt on the property is what liens are. So it could be utility bill, like I said, water, taxes, ground rent. There are a number of things that I'll talk to you about soon, but ground rent is something that exists in Baltimore and Hawaii and nowhere else in the country that I know of, where someone actually owns the ground and you pay them a couple $100s a year for that, but they can't kick you out. So we'll get to all those nuts and bolts of what liens could exist. But it sounds to me like if we can work out something with her, we can pull what's called a lien sheet, like I mentioned, and they're $55 a piece. If the owner's unsure and they want to work with us, I have them pay for it, and we'll reimburse them when we do the deal. Okay, but I don't normally take money out of pocket to figure out an issue unless I think we're going to be able to get it done. So so we definitely email me some details on that. Let's give her a call tomorrow, Erica. And I'm proud of you. And what I say to you earlier, I said I believe in you, and you said to me, that's all I need.
Yep, and that's why I was like, I'm about to just do it. Like, just call. And as soon as I got on Craigslist, it was crazy because it was 5 properties together, in a good area. So I was just like, let me just do it. And I did it, and she was nice. It wasn't even that bad. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and you all are nice too. And here's the thing that I want to tell you. I've had multiple conversations with Kelly, Raymond, Kenny, Rock, Nas, Dameiko, Gerri, Erica, Luke. I actually owe Luke a call because we haven't talked in a minute. But I want to be talking to each of you at least every 7 to 10 days. And if we're in a deal, we could be feasibly talking and or texting every day. Okay, so you all are the founding members. I'm almost at 20, and you're the founding members of the group. I'm willing to give you one-on-one coaching, and I don't know how much beyond this group I can do it with, and I don't know that I'm going to, but I'm willing to give every one of you that's willing to stay in and stay with me one-on-one, 3-way calls until you're good at them. So that's why we did this exercise today. Does anyone else want to role play the 5 questions, or was this basically another great exercise to make you a little more comfortable?
I'll role play. I just got to get the 5 questions because my machine conked out on me.
Okay. Well, I can give them to you real quick if you want to just. I can screen share them too.
Okay.
I think you can see it. All right. All right. Tell me when it comes up. Okay. Do you see it on the screen, Gerri?
I see it, but I can't read that because I'm on a tablet.
No. Okay. Hold on. How about now?
You'd have to lift it. Okay, that's good.
You can see it now?
I can see it now.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know when you're ready, because you're going to say ring and I'm going to say hello. And I'm going to be like the easiest seller you ever talked to, Gerri.
That's great.
Easiest one. The easiest one. And now I got to come up with another reason that I'm selling. So no more divorce. There's got to be a better reason.
Okay, and if you don't mind, can we have a difficult? Can we role play with a difficult seller?
Sure. Sure. You got you be careful what you ask for.
Wait. First, I want the easy,
Okay.
then do the difficult.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of both. My personality is gonna be pretty easy, but every once in a while I'm gonna get a little feisty on you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
All right. So say ring.
here we go. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, am I speaking with Mr. Bill?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
How you doing? My name is Gerri, and I found your property on Zillow. Is now a good time that I can ask you a few questions about it?
Absolutely. I just finished up my mac and cheese and a hamburger, so I'm full and ready to talk.
Mac and cheese, did you make that yourself?
Well, craft, the in the box.
You
So
gotta get
yeah, I stirred up the butter and the milk.
You gotta get Velveeta next time.
Okay. Yeah, I like those. I like the Velveeta shells, but anyway.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So tell me what we got going on, Gerri.
Okay, so my partner and I are looking for properties in your neighborhood, and we just have a few questions. Can you tell me a little bit about the property, if it needs any work, cosmetic work, structural work, or have you done any repairs in the property?
Well, I did I changed a plot of grass in the front yard because it got brown, and then I got a new TV and a new microwave, and I got a new refrigerator, and I was going to buy a stove, but I figured it's good enough. That's it.
Oh, did you say a patch of grass, or you did the whole?
Yeah, I had a brown patch of grass, so I replaced it. Is that bad?
You investing in underwater masquerading was a
So
mistake.
sorry.
I lost everything.
It's
My
all
machine-
good.
My machine is acting weird right now.
Oh, that's
Uh,
okay.
All right, does the appliances in your house, are they all matching, or how long ago did you purchase them?
Well, I have one that's almond, and then I have one that's like avocado. So they don't match at all.
Understandable. Okay. Oh, what made you decide to sell the house now?
Well, I really tired of the traffic in the Baltimore metro area. So I'm going down to Florida, and I'm moving to a place where they don't have cars, they just have flamingos. So that's where I'm going.
That's great. That's great. Are you going with your wife, children, significant other?
Well, my wife and girlfriend don't like traveling together, so that would be awkward. But this trip I'm just going on my own for now. Yeah.
On your own. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. How much are you trying to get for the property? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I threw it up on Zillow for 80 grand, and I know that the house next door just sold for 80 grand, and I don't know if mine is as nice as his, but I figure I'd give it a shot. So I was thinking, 75, 80 grand.
So how's that working for you? Have you got any offers yet?
No, nobody's making offers, and now I think I'm asking too much. Gosh, I wish somebody could come in and give me a low ball offer.
You're funny. So if all goes well, is there any other decision makers on the property that you need to speak with, or that we need to speak with?
No, I'm the only one on title right now. Yeah, just me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so when can my partner follow up with you and go over a few things? I'm sure he'll have a couple more questions.
Well, we could do it like later tonight, after I watch Sports Center, or we could do it tomorrow after Good Morning America.
Okay, how about tomorrow morning? I'll say 9 o'clock in the morning. Does that work for you?
Well, I have to wait until they do the weather report. I can't remember if it's out Roker or not tomorrow on today. So maybe 10 o'clock. How about 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock works perfect. Thank you so much. It'll be my partner and I getting back to you. Expect a phone call. It was nice speaking to you today, Mr. Black, and have a great evening.
All right, great. Well, I appreciate you calling me, Gerri, and hopefully we can work something out.
Yeah, hopefully. And make sure you get Velveeta.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I need to get the right mac and cheese because you said so. Yes.
Wonderful.
So, anyone have any questions on what we covered there? You know, basically we're just doing the same thing, but I just want it to be casual. And that's, you know, Erica took it easy and she was casual and she actually made a call today. Dwight's been making calls for a few days. Nas has been doing calls for a few weeks and sending text messages, and you know he's getting a nice rhythm, and then he's just starting to work some leads with me. So he's starting that tomorrow. So he's kind of been a little bit on the path, the learning curve for a little bit longer. So any questions on what we've gone over? The purpose is for you to help me open some doors and get some basic info, and then we go through the door together. Any questions with that, Luke? You got it? Makes perfect sense. Erica, Gerri, thank you so much. You and Dameiko, thank you so much for playing along. I think all three of you were phenomenal. I have to admit I was a little amusing, so it won't always be like that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because going forward, I think I may get difficult from time to time, but I just want it to be a couple of people talking about a house, and it's really not hard. And if you get stuck, say, you know what, we'll go over that when my partner's on the phone. And so you don't have to know what you don't know. That's what I was telling Erica today, is that sometimes folks want to know everything before they do anything.
Mhm.
And I want to put you right in front of opportunities, and you call through, get these questions answered. We follow up, we drill down on the contract price, go out and get pictures and video, get it signed and sold, and rinse and repeat. So this process with the 5 questions is just an exercise to get your feet wet. And once you do it a few times, then you're like, calling somebody is nothing. I got it. You know, and I know Dameiko's already done it before. I know Rock's talking to sellers now. Nas has been doing it for a little minute. And, you know, Kenny's been in the game for a while too. Hey, Kenny, you got a second to chime in? If you hear me? If not, no big deal. So I think that is really all that I wanted to cover tonight, is just to drill down on the 5 questions. And I'm going to do some live. Kenny? Is that Kenny? No. Anyway, we're going to do some live seller lead calls either on Sunday or Monday. And I also want to make sure that you all know I just introduced and welcomed my friend Jeffrey Richmond to the group. And Jeff Richmond runs a group called Sub 2 Nation, SUB, the number 2 Nation. He is a creative real estate expert, been doing this for 26 years. If you are looking at a situation and cash isn't going to work and we need to do something creative, we can bring in Jeff or other people that I work with that do seller financing. And that could include the seller being the bank and they're going to provide the financing, or there's something called a lease option, and or something called subject to the existing mortgage. We're going to get into deal types, you know, later. But I just want to make sure that everybody was okay with this exercise tonight. And are there any questions?
I do
Kelly?
have a question.
Go ahead. Is that Luke? or
Uh,
Dameiko. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question about a lead that I had actually. It was from, I think it was one of the first sale by owner sites or Craigslist. It was for a mobile home in Vegas. Now they were selling it way below market value, and it was a good valuation to make some good money on it. We already sent it to our buyer out here and everything. Now the only thing is they owned the mobile home outright, no liens or anything, just all free and clear. But the land it was sitting on, you have to pay for the lot rent. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and here's the thing. Mobile home parks, if you own a mobile home park, you're collecting lot rent from every home in the park.
Right.
If you live in a mobile home park, you're paying lot rent to the owner. And that's the way they work. Okay. And so
Yeah.
lot rent is just, that's the way it always is in a mobile home park.
And so my question was, if we were going to wholesale it, let's say we got it for 20,000 and they had a lot rent on it, would we, and they have to do a background check in order to even sell the property on us or something like that. That's what they said. They said we have to do a background check and then make sure that you make 3 times amount of the rent each month just to buy the property outright. So I'm not sure how we can wholesale that then, huh?
Well, the thing is, there's a couple ways you can do it. Now, first I want you to remember a mobile home is not a home. A mobile home is a titled vehicle.
Okay.
So you're going to be wholesaling a vehicle title. You're not wholesaling a deed or an assignment of contract on a property. You're assigning, in this case, a vehicle, because mobile homes are considered a titled vehicle. Now, there are some mobile homes or manufactured homes that are on land, and that is actually deeded. But mobile homes and parks are basically classified as vehicles.
Okay. And is manufactured, that's the same as a mobile home, right?
Same, yeah. Manufacturer is a fancy way of saying a fancy mobile home.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It sounds better, you know. Yeah, I live in a double wide park, which is better than a trailer park, I guess. But it's semantics, that's all. You know. But if you can get it under here's the thing. You need to find out if the park will let you own it and rent it to somebody else. If they'll let you own it and rent it to someone else, as long as you're both approved, then the same principle happens with you and your buyer. So they approve you, you put it under contract, you wholesale it to the end buyer. Now the park wants to approve the end buyer. And then if the end buyer puts a tenant in there, they're going to have to get approved as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Any ownership of it just has to go through the background check, right?
That's a park rule. That's whatever she's telling you is a park rule. And that changes from park to park, owner to owner, but that's pretty standard to do background checks.
Yeah, it sounds like it's doable, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, if the numbers are there and it makes sense, then you know we can certainly talk about it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mr. Luke, have you jumped out of any perfectly good helicopters today?
No, we've just been busy with recruiting.
Okay.
Start my real estate classes on Tuesday, so I'm getting really excited for that.
Okay.
So yeah, just preparing, doing my flashcards, studying as much as I can.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Gerri, Dameiko, and Erica for playing along. Brock, I'm glad to have you here. And you get a chance to meet everybody. And we're just working on building this thing up and out.
I want to say that I'm very elated to meet everybody. It looks like a very tight family. When I met Tom, just a little background of myself. I used to be a mortgage broker years ago. 2008, I jumped off. I got scared. I panicked, and I pretty much lost my pants. But and of course, I was a respiratory therapist by trade. Became director of respiratory. Hung on to that. But March 5th, I just left my job. I took the leap of faith, put my own destiny in my own hands. And I met a fine gentleman. I won't tell you his name, but I'll tell you his initials. It's TB. And we're looking at him. And that man gave me so much inspiration that in the midst of losing hope, where I was going to get my next dollar, and now I have a way because I finally got on the Zoom. And Tom's has a wealth of information because I've spent thousands of dollars getting with people that say, I'm gonna take you to the top. Oh, we're gonna buy so many houses. And I could tell you the stuff that I've learned from Tom. And he didn't pay me to say this. This is just for me, guys. The stuff that I learned from Tom it's amazing. Just listening to the Zoom and the compassion and the ingenuity in this man's heart is just incredible. I'm a very passionate guy, and I just met Tom about maybe 2 weeks ago, if that long. And this guy's the real thing. And hopefully we'll all build a relationship with him. And I'll see you guys at the top. That's what I have to say.
Thank you, Rock. I appreciate your kind words. I'll cash app you a little scratch later for doing that. Appreciate it.
You're funny.
I'm
using Jerry's word now. You're funny.
I have been guilty of that. Hey, Nas, how are you doing? That's my man Rock down in Florida. We're probably going to try and break bread together when I'm down there. Is Kelly with us, or is you tied up with the kiddos and football tonight? I think she's tied up, but she's on. So anyway, Nas, anything you wanted to add about what we went over? Any advice or suggestions?
I would just add, like you always say, you're just having a conversation about a house, just be yourself and be casual and say, what Tom has been teaching us to say, and then, it will happen.
Right. Cool. I appreciate that. You want to say anything nice about me because we're on the subject?
You're a great teacher.
You're a good friend, and I appreciate you, and you're doing great. I have had one-on-one conversations, sometimes multiple conversations with every one of you, and I care about your outcome. I was talking to Erica today. I said, I care about your outcome. I know I've said those words to each one of you. I care about your outcome because I know what I know, and you don't know what you don't know. So I'll get you there, and lean on me if you don't know. And I didn't have that person when I got started in 2004. I fumbled along for a couple of years, kind of like, what do I do? Who do I talk to? I don't have $5 grand for a coach. What do I do? And I just fumbled along, and then I started networking. And I keep talking about the book, The Power of Human Connection. And you guys need to get it. You need to get it. It's called.
I'm reading it now.
What's that?
I'm reading that now. It's very good.
Amen. See, I know that White has ordered it. I know Nas ordered it. I know Luke was getting ready to.
I'm ordering it tonight. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. And that's awesome, Erica. The thing with the book is it teaches you how to build your life and your business by networking with other people. Okay. And that's what life is about. Life is about our relationships with our parents, our friends, our kids, our significant others. That's what life is all about. The money in the real estate business is just the payoff for helping a seller and a buyer to get a deal done. Now, money is just the reward. That's all it is. So if you focus on keeping it light, like Nas said, I'm impressed with all of you, Gerri, Dameiko, Erica. You guys were phenomenal, and stop worrying about what you say, because it's going to come out. And when you don't know, the answer is not, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Mr. Smith, that's a great question. We can bring that up when I get my partner Tom on the line.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we've been here for about an hour. Sorry for being a little tardy. Naz and I were in a really important meeting and it started to run over and I had to leave the meeting earlier and he stayed on. But I apologize. Does this help by doing these lives a couple, 3 times a week? Is it impactful and helpful?
Yes.
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 And it's kind of driving it home for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool deal. All right, well, I'm going to end the call here. If anyone has anything that they want to say it now. And then probably within the next hour or so, I'll upload it into YouTube and then I'll post the replay video.
Can you edit the part where my computer went and said some crazy stuff out of the video?
I probably could, but I need some of the Gerri flavor you bring.
Okay.
I'm serious. We just need to mix it up a little bit sometimes, and you know, it's just all good. So we're gonna probably leave it in if that's okay.
All right.
All right. All right. Yeah, because we don't want to be too polished. We're just people. We don't want to be too solid. So anyway, thank you all very much. I'm gonna post this. Please start posting questions. Anyone that's added to the group, if you can comment, give them some love, you know, what have you. Hey, Raymond's out. The Green Empire is checking out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to cut this off and then upload the video here in a little while. I had a blast. It's Wednesday. Are evenings good for everybody? Is this time frame good for everybody? Okay. Because I'm gonna try and see. I'm probably not gonna do one again until Sunday. But if depending on how tomorrow goes, I may do something on Friday. But either way, I'm gonna start getting the link up as early as I can. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. And like I said, if you have any questions, post them in the group. If you got something hot that's cooking that you need attention, send me an email with the property address and the subject line. And we'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Hey,
All right.
thank you.
Thank
Night,
you.
everybody.
All right,
Bye.
everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.